Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this delicious Nutella bread. Keep on watching if you want to see how I achieved this. Yeah, I have all the ingredients I'll be using for my Nutella bread. Do check the description box. Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be having all the measurements. Yes. This bread is very easy to make. And fun fact, I love baking. I love baking more than cooking. Baking calms me. Yes. So I'm going to be using warm milk, like room temperature milk, and I did add the salt and sugar. As you can see, I didn't use much sugar because Nutella is already sweet. But if you have a very sweet tooth, you can add more sugar if you want. But for this measurement, you have to follow these measurements I used for this particular recipe. If you want it much bigger or want it more, then you double the measurements. Yes. And I did add egg. I've whisked the egg in, and now I'm going to be adding the flour. Here I did use all-purpose flour. You can use bread flour if you have. I didn't have bread flour, so I used all-purpose flour. And I've added my yeast. As you can see, I did add the yeast at the end. Yes, I have different type of methods I use for my bread. Yes, and I'm just going to be mixing everything together. And after that, I'm going to be adding butter. Yes, I'm going to be adding butter to it to make it very fluffy and stretchy, because that's the consistency that we need for this dough. If you are coming across my channel for the first time, you are welcome. My name is Julia. And to all my returning subscribers, thank you very much for always coming back to my channel. I appreciate you all. After mixing everything together, I'm going to be allowing it to chill for at least 60 minutes. Like I would always say, bread needs love and patience. So you will need this time to allow it to rise. After 60 minutes, you can see the dough has doubled in size and it is now very stretchy. So I'm just going to be trying to take out the bubbles from it by using my hands to mix it thoroughly. I'll be adding flour on the surface because I don't want it to stick to the surface. And I'm just going to be doing this shape here while I cut out the shape I want. My dough is very soft and fluffy, and this is how I wanted it to be because I want the bread to have a very soft texture when it's baked. Now it's time to add the Nutella at the middle of the dough. And this is what I do. I just use my fingers to stretch it out in this shape, and I add the Nutella at the middle. And I'm not going to be using so much Nutella, which I would have used at the end. You will see why. So you can add more Nutella if you want. I just did put this little one, but it was still fine. Yeah, I'm not an expert, so don't mind how my bread is looking like or how my dough looks like. I just love baking. Please do give my video a thumbs up, and if you are not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. It helps my channel to grow. Thank you. And now I have everything in my pan. I did get 8 pieces of dough, of bread, whichever way. Since it's not bread already, I would say dough. And we are going to be covering it for just 10 minutes. You will need this part too. Like I said, bread needs love. After 10 minutes, you can see that it has doubled in size. And my cloth that I used in covering it did fall on the bread, so it didn't really rise up. So try not to make the same mistake as I did. So I did bake my bread for 25 minutes. Yes, and here I'm just adding melted butter. You can skip this part if you want, but I love doing it. I love adding melted butter while it's still very hot. So while after adding the butter, I'm going to be allowing it to cool off, and then I took it out. Now you can see how the bread looks like. It looks really, really fluffy, and it was delicious. And yes, this is the part I talked about, not putting much Nutella, but it was still fine, and the kids, they loved it. And Joanna did take a taste and she loves it. Thank you all for watching. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye bye.